You have a very wonderful son. What's his name?
Irewole.
Irewole. He looks so handsome.
Thank you.
And I'm sure he's your world.
Yes.
He comes to you and says, Mom, why aren't we with Daddy?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Well, when we first separated, he would tell me, Mom, let's go to our house. You know, he would just go, my mom, that's what he calls me, my mom, I want to talk to my daddy. And then I didn't know that this boy was watching me, because I used to cry a lot. In the middle of the night, I'll call God, I'll beg God to forgive me for not seeking him, and that I was going through all this and putting my son through this, and I wasn't happy. So one day, I think one of my sister-in-law asked after me. He said, where's your mom? She said, my mommy, she'll be upstairs, she'll be crying. Yeah, so I now realized that all the while I thought he was sleeping in the night, middle of the night, I was crying. He was watching me, you know. So gradually, that was part of the reason why I allowed him, the father, to call me, and I was picking his calls. And gradually, I take him to see him, but we meet at eateries, no secluded place. And of course, our first meeting, he apologized, but after subsequent, he will get, you know, really mean on phone sometimes. And I think one day my son realized that asking after his father was hurting me. So anytime he wants to ask after, he will say, my mom, are you my friend? I said, yes, I'm your friend. I love you. That's my son telling me now. Mom, I love you. I said, I love you too, baby. He said, where's my daddy? That will be the next thing they will do. And I'll be like, they'll say, I want to be with you. So I realized that this boy was trying to be a man for me. He was fighting, asking for loving his dad and loving me, and I never want to see him that way. So that really softened me the more, because
so because of him you endured so much.
Yes.
But so what would you say to him if he said to you, Mom, I think we could work this out, let's go to Dad? What would be your answer to him? I
guess he won't be able to talk that way until he's about 7, 8 years old. He's just 3 years now.
Might surprise you.
Well, if he says that right now, I'm in a position to tell him, you know, I know it's not the best to do for right now. If I want to leave to be his mother, it's better. I'm doing the right thing for him right now.
So imagine he's watching you right now.
Yes.
Talk to your son. Talk to me.
Wow, that's so emotional for me.
Please try.
Well, I don't know. I will get emotional because I try to, even when I'm arguing with his father on phone and he's there, he said, Mom, is that my dad? I said, no, how can I talk to your dad like that?
Oh.
So I don't let him see that I'm angry with the dad or that there's anything going on. But he knows that is not his house. So he will tell me, Mom, oh, now we're going, but now he has stopped. After about 4 months, he stopped asking about going back to his house.
You just told me you wouldn't know what to say to him.
I don't know what to say to him if he says that, Mom, let's go back to that. But what I used to tell him is that traveled.
I see.
Yes, that traveled.
That is going to keep traveling forever?
No, that traveled. That is coming back. And then one day he said, my dad did not travel. Dad is around. He's in his house. So I stopped telling him that traveled. And those were the things that made me start allowing him to see the dad. And then talking more frequently. I mean, anytime he says, Mom, I want to talk to my dad, just give him I call the dad, said, your son wants to speak to you. And he speaks to the dad. And I tell him things, even when I buy things. So his dad said I should give this to you. Like my daddy, and the entire neighborhood will know that, oh, his dad bought him something today, you know. So I'm just trying, God help me, I'm trying to keep the balance. But you must agree with me, and the audience at home must agree with me that staying in a marriage because of your son,
no, you don't do
at the expense of your own life, it's not the best. I mean, after I left, we've had cases of wives being stabbed to death, being, you know, and stuff like that.
So rampant these days.
Yes.
So you said to me there were differences.
Yes.
And there were some things you needed to tell the sisters at home.
Yes.
Could you just highlight on those differences again, particularly on the area of religion you mentioned?
Yeah, during courtship, what I will advise any lady who wants to marry, please find out those things that make you the same and those things that differentiate you. Your social background, your religious beliefs, your career goals, you know, and views about life generally. For me, religion-wise, I'm a Christian. He's a Muslim. I'm from a Muslim home, but every one of us in my house today is a Christian. And he didn't mind. But after a while, after we got married, he wanted me to start covering my head, praying 5 times. And I said, I can't reconcile that. Where do I start from? It's not like Islam is a bad religion. No, but I went to Christian schools. This is my belief. This is what I believe in. This is how I know how to go about it. There's nothing stopping you. I mean, I'm not complaining about you praying 5 times a day, but you trying to force me to pray to become a Muslim is difficult for me at this point in time, you know. And you don't have a problem with it during courtship. Why are you having a problem with it now? You know. Then social background, I believe his upbringing is quite different from my upbringing. And I think he grew up in the Agbole type. And I grew up in just me and my parents and my siblings and, you know, my cousins and uncles. And I believe we have different views because we saw things differently, really. Okay. But I just wanted to get married.
Okay, so it was, I fell in love, I was blinded by love.
Yes.
And I did not consider all those factors that I should have.
And financial standings too.
And financial standing too.
Yeah, very important.
Very important. And when you say that, what's your perspective really as to financial standing?
Well, Yoruba will say, you understand, you must both help each other.
Yeah.
Never as a woman, if you're more successful than your husband, never marry a man you're more successful than.
Okay.
I would say that. Because he's gonna hate you at the end of the day. He's going to despise you at the end of the day. No matter how much you help him, no matter what you put on the table, no matter what you risk for him, at the end of the day, if he finds his bearing and stands on his feet, you're going to become his enemy number 1. I think it's just 1 out of 10 men that really appreciate when a woman, you know, stands solidly behind them. From what I've seen, really, it's always the case. And then you're never good enough at the end of the day.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ara. We've learned so much from your story.
My pleasure.
We've taken so much. And to you ladies at home, you heard it all. You need to know what you're doing. Ensure that you take time to be friends. Yeah. You take time to date, and not just to go on movie dates. Find out, get information, get to be friend, know the person. When you're courting and you see the signs, don't ignore them. Because you want a fairy tale that will last forever, not one that will leave you hurting and in pain. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Larry and I work in a multinational company as a pharmacist. My kind of woman, I'm looking for a woman who will be the mother of my children. Someone who will be my mentor, someone who will be a person that will pick me up every morning and say, Larry, you're the most beautiful man in the world. Yes, beautiful. I'm looking for someone who will be my mentor, someone who will take care of my kids, someone who will be my friend, my true friend. I'm looking for someone who will help me in the work I'm supposed to do in life. I'm looking for someone that will keep me going every single day. I'm looking for someone who will be my one true friend.
Next week is going to be loaded. We're going to have a lawyer and a counselor on set to discuss with us the issues bearing on conflict resolution. Till then, stay tuned and God bless you.
My life. so